Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sunny Cool and this is Gems of War. And today we're going to be going over the Tower of Doom. 3 teams, high, mid, and low. Also, the weekly preview for Forest of Thorns. And then we got a new calendar, a new campaign, so we'll go over that stuff too. But yeah, let's get started. We will run an epic trial in Forest of Thorns while I set up the stream. Almost started on time today. I was close. I have a thumbnail. It's, you know, give it a couple minutes if you're going to share it out. Alright, let's give you something to watch while I set this up. Come on, controller. Get over here. Ugh. We had a pretty good chat-a-thon, a good one, a great one. Was awesome, was perfect. Appreciate it. Was great. Just what we needed. Coming out of the woodworks type of thing. Gems of War live streams done. So we got the Tower of Doom today. I'll make 3 teams, high, mid, and low. It's green. Get the weapon. You have a scout. Follow the scout's advice. You know, don't make their job for nothing by going in every room. Just go in the rooms they tell you to go into. They report every room, but you're only supposed to go in the luck, unlock, heroism, fireball, haste. They're reporting every room just to let you know that they're going in every room. But you're not supposed to go in every room, because what would be the point otherwise of them reporting? Recommended medium safe. Setting up the stream, and now I'm about to jump into the chat. Yeah, yeah. Mother Earth, replenish me. Mother Earth. Alright, let's see. Sauna's here. How's it going? Alright. Got that. Hit a like, turn your ticket to the train, please. Appreciate it. You know that there's this thing, and it's fun to look at for me. It's like on the app. Same place you hype the videos. I'd recommend it. I don't like apps. I'm not an app guy. But on the YouTube app, I think it's other places too. Maybe on your laptop, computer, whatever. You know, first of all, you can hype the videos, which is great. Helps a lot. Second of all, I think you can chat on your phone, like if you're on the app. You can't chat on your phone if you're not on the app. But third, there's this thing after the fact. You click on it and like it'll explain the video to you. Like AI explains the video to you. It like, why does he say? What is he talking about when he's talking about a train? And like the AI even knows what I'm talking about. They're like, oh well, that's a reference to the stream and how it's doing. And if you ever need something explained to you that you know is like, you can just go to that. And it was right about most of the things it was saying. So forget what it's called, but it's like a little, like, I don't know, a little AI button you push next to, like, the hype and the like and all that stuff. And it also will, like, if you just want to summarize the video, it does that. It's really cool. I need to look at it one day, like, on stream or make a video about it or something like that. It's fun to look at. But yeah, hit the like. Turn in your ticket to the train. The AI will be like, turning your ticket into the train means that you're hitting like to notify Cynical that you're here and present and you're not trying to just be a freeloading lurker. That's what it's gonna say, you know? Something like that. I don't know. Trying to keep awake, yeah. I was pretty burnt yesterday. Fried. From the stream the day before. That's what happens. Alright, so I got Alright. So, while this is still going, maybe we should do the calendar. And everything else that's going on right now. So let's do the calendar real quick. We have the December calendar just came out, and it also has January on it. They did the same thing they did in October, November. They got December, January now. So December, of course, this week we have Forest of Thorns as our kingdom. The guild event is Tower of Doom. Tuesday, the faction event is Primal Rift. Wednesday, the pet is Weeping Lilum, I think the name is. Thursday class event is Archer. And we have a new mythic on Friday, which looks interesting. Does scatter damage. I think it puts purple on the board and has a purple storm, I think, and looks interesting. It uses purple. Kind of like a void dragon, almost, but scatter damage. Then we have a vault event this weekend. Alright, so I'm going to quickly go over the rest of the weeks for December, or at least December. Let's just do December. Alright, so next week is a Zacian week. That's one of the best kingdoms to throw event keys at, because goblins, High King Iron Gut, Flaming Oni, just all kinds of good stuff there. So Zacian is a top 5 kingdom to throw event keys at if you've been waiting. So next week, the week of the 8th of December, is a Zacian week. It's a raid event for the guild event. It's a Monithrax on Tuesday for the faction assault. We got Goblet's little booger pet on Wednesday. Looks like that, I don't know. Forget what it's called, a little goblin pet. Thursday, we have Thief class event. And that weekend, we have an expanded faction for Crypt Keepers. Starting on the 12th and going through the 14th of December. Crypt Keepers gets a 6 troop, probably. The week after that, which is the week of the 15th of December, we have Pride Lands as our kingdom, which means, I think, Rope Dart, right? There's a Journey event for the guild event. Tuesday is Intrigit's Palace. Wednesday is Tao's pet, Son of Tao, whatever it is. Thursday, Sunspear class event. And that weekend is Guild Wars. So Guild Wars will start on the 18th of December and run through the 21st. The restriction is demons. Alright, the week of the 22nd of December, we have Karakoth. Karakoth as the kingdom. So Karakoth Underspire, Epic Trials, Weapons in the Soul Forge, Glory Shop Troop, etc., you know? As well as like the faction event on Tuesday, the Thursday class event, the Wednesday pet. That's what it means, that it's Karakoth Kingdom Week. Same thing with the rest of them. So Karakoth Kingdom Week on the 22nd of December. It's a world event for the guild event. Durgaroth is the faction event on Tuesday, the 23rd. The 24th looks like a new pet, because it's Christmas time. So we get a new pet, Missytoe. Missytoe on the 24th of December. On Thursday, Christmas Day, we have a class event for Karakoth. I think it's Sorcerer. And then that weekend we have a bounty event. The 29th of December starts with the Hellcrag Kingdom Week. Invasion as the guild event. Obsidian Depths on Tuesday. Wednesday is the little gargoyle pet. The stone gargoyle pet. Thursday we have Elementalist as the class event. And then another new mythic and another vault event. So, yeah, pretty cool. 2 vault events within 5 weeks. Really, 3 vault events within 7 weeks, right? It's pretty cool. We got a lot of vault events this holiday season. New campaign begins pretty much today. Wilhelmina's Rose. Wilhelmina's Rose. From the 1st of December through the 9th of February. New Suncrest Mythic on the 5th. Faction Expansion, Crypt Keepers, 12th to the 14th. Guild Wars Demon Restriction, 18th to the 21st. Set Your Keep and Defenses on the 16th or 17th. Holiday Event, Holiday Cheer, from the 15th to the 28th of December. To earn the 31st copy of the Holiday Pet, you will need to complete the special weekly goal in either week. Holiday Advent, 19th of December through 1st of January. It's just a calendar, I think. Holiday Cosmetic Pet Rescue, Missytoe on 24th of December. So that is the calendar. Alright, so we got that out of the way. The other thing is the campaign, but we can look at that in the games a little bit later. Looks like we're going to win again. I think Forest of Thorns Epic Trials is pretty easy. We won the first one without too much trouble, and now we're winning the next one without too much trouble. They got 6 HP left. Boom, they're dead. So you could do this yourself as well. Just do auto battle. You might be able to win. Alright, let's get out of here. Let's do the stream. Let's do the Tower of Doom. Alright, so where do we start? We start by saying hi to Starla. Hello. New campaign has started, yep. I'm gonna go over that in a little bit. I think we'll give you a little break from the auto battler there. Alright, so where do we start? We start with going to the guild, giving our required amount of gold. Got a brown basic task still to do, so I'm going to do that. There we go. Contribute. Task complete. All basic tasks are complete, right? Wait, we still have yellow. But whatever, we're close. So I did that. Now we go to get our blinkies. Get our mail. Bunch of tasks. And this is what you can get from being in a good guild. One of these days you're going to get in one, or you're already in one, and you know what I'm talking about. But look at this right here. Really good. Lots of good stuff. Seven freaking orbs. Orb of forging. Bunch of orange orbs. Okay. Well, whatever. Let's take a peek at my offers. Nothing I'm buying at the moment, but I was buying metals. I'm too low on gems right now, even though my gem stack is going back up the right way a little bit. The shop. So we want to do this always, no matter... My new account is doing this. So I think anybody past level 200 should always do this. Spoils of War. It's one of the best deals in here. It's glory for event keys. It's another good deal right here. We're going to do this, and my new account is getting at least one copy, and then it's looking at the trait stone. But my main account is getting it fully ascended. So you're somewhere in there, in the spectrum. Are you getting just one copy? Are you getting a bunch of the trait stones? Or are you getting it fully ascended? I'm getting it fully ascended, because it's easy. It's just glory. It's worth it. Get all this other stuff, too. 200,000 gold, 82 glory keys, 410 gold keys, some trait stones, and the new troop, which I'm just getting just in case we can use it in the Tower of Doom event. I'll talk about it more later. Okay, so Tower of Doom. Alright, so let's go over it. Let's go over it. You know, Tower of Doom. First thing you're going to do is buy up in the shop. You need that weapon. That weapon gives ×2 score in this event only. It depends where you're at in the game, right? My new account probably isn't going to buy up to the weapon yet. I don't have every kingdom open yet. So I'm still working on that. So I'm not going to buy up to the weapon in the guild event on my brand new level 200 account. But if you're not a baby butt beginner, if you're dumb, if all the kingdoms are open, all the classes are open, you're doing guild events properly, you buy up to the weapon. Does cost some gems, but your guild gives you gems from guild tasks, and then that's what you're supposed to use them on. So, buy up to the weapon. Don't be selfish. It's good for you anyway. You're getting all this other stuff. You're getting the weapon. You're going to get more score. It's going to help you get more points for every fight. Get double doom when you kill the boss. So, the weapon is the thing for this event. You know, tower killers for the tower event, the raid boss killers for the raid event, the bounty captains for the bounty event, the medal is for the world event, and the weapon is for the Tower of Doom. So we gotta buy up to that weapon. First thing. Confirm. Alright, it's the Doomed Broadsword. 18 green. Deal damage to an enemy and a random enemy, +2 per tempering level. If the enemy uses green mana, inflict bleed. If the enemy has doom, break their armor first. Kind of like a true damage, but it's only like, it's not awesome, but it's probably not the worst one ever. It's kind of mid. It's like a mid-doomed weapon. But you put it on your team anyway, so you can get more points. You really only need it for the doomed fights, but it's kind of easier just to throw it on the bottom of the team and just keep it on there. Instead of switching back and forth, but it's up to you if you want to switch back and forth or not. So we got that. Let's make a team first, and then we'll talk about like how to do the Tower of Doom again. I already kind of explained it, but Depends if you're going to be a scout or not a scout. If you're a scout, you're probably getting on the game super early on Monday. You're probably buying way up in the shop. Maybe not right away, but eventually, like, if you're a scout, you're going to have to buy up further in the shop to get more turns. Probably. You know, you might use all your... You might buy up to the weapon and then use all your sigils, and you could still be the scout without buying further up. But eventually, you're probably going to... Because you have to do every room. And every room costs a sigil. It's not like one sigil per floor. It's a sigil per room. So, as the scout, you have to go in every single room. So, a non-scout just going to level 10, floor 10, it might only cost them like 20 sigils or whatever. And a scout going to floor 10 is going to cost them like 40 sigils. So, probably going to have to buy it further in the shop if you're trying to be a scout. So that's the reason you don't go in every room, because every room costs a sigil. So the scout goes in every room to tell you, hey, there's a doo-doo stain in here. Don't go in here. You know, there's a pile of poop right when you walk in. Don't go in there. It's a dead body in this room. Don't go in there. Like they're telling you, don't go in these rooms. Don't go in the armor room. Don't go in the life room. Don't go in the attack room. You know, you just go in the luck, the unlock, the heroism, the fireball, and the haste. Those are the good rooms with the good stuff. The keys in this room, and, you know, there's $1 million in this room. They're telling you that. But the other rooms, there's doo-doo, there's a clogged toilet, there's a dead body. Like, they're telling you, hey, don't go in there, you know. I'm saving you from going in there and looking at that. Alright? They kick down the door and they see, oh, it's a pile of doo-doo. I just stepped in dog doo-doo. They're telling everybody else in the guild, like, hey, you know, in room 2, when you kick down the door, you're going to step in a pile of dog doo-doo. So don't do that. Right? So you don't do it. You don't just do it anyway. Like, imagine you're the person getting a bunch of boons, like, I'm going to do it anyway. Ha! The scout told me not to go in that room, but I don't care. I'm going to kick down the door and step in doo-doo. Like, that's how smart they are. Alright, so we need to see if anybody's scouting yet. And it's right here, Coco. Coco is scouting. See how they're doing every room? Floor 1, 2 armor, 3 life, 4 unlock, 5 haste. Floor 2, 2 life, 3 attack, 4 unlock, 5 life. So on floor 1, we would go into room 4, and room 5, unlock and haste. We would ignore armor and life. Armor's a dead body, life is a pile of dog doo-doo. Floor 2, we would only go into room 4, saving us sigils, saving us time, getting straight to the points. Straight to the key to get to the points, instead of stopping off and, you know, unclogging a toilet in one of those rooms or something. So we're going to go to 4 and 5 here. Let's make some teams. It's a green restriction. So we cannot use the ruby weapon. The ruby weapon is blue, red, and brown. So we can't use that. Sana with the gifted, thank you so much. Went to Brutalis. Brutalis8077, thank you so much. Running out there, getting it started. We rode it hard and put it up wet. So we need to, you know, change the spark plugs. Check the oil. Maybe see the tire tread. Put a quarter in the tire tread. Make sure we still got tire tread. So she's bringing the quarter. She's got some coolant. Got some new spark plugs. She's heading out to the train. Alright. So what do we got with green? You know what I'm going to do here if you've got everything in the game. Green is Chrysantherax, which is every color, so it doesn't really matter with the color restriction. But if you're going to be a scout, if you're a high level player with everything, you're probably going to use Chrysantherax. The other thing that's green that jumps to mind would be Leprechaun. We can't do Miraji Queen, we can't do Essentia, so we have to find other ways to manage and narrate for the Chrysantherax, and Leprechaun's always good for green. And then Bog Strider, I think. We're just going to go all in on mana generation for this Chrysantherax. Bog Strider's pretty good. Put that in first slot. We'll put this here. Now we just need a weapon. Green weapon. You could do Wand of Stars if you want, but you'd probably want to put it under Chrysantherax. I'm thinking... What did we do last time? Some sort of green something. Oh, we have to do the stupid... I always do this. You have to do the Doomed weapon. Dum-dum. So upgradable. Doomed Broadsword. And just throw it on the bottom of the team. Let's upgrade it. The more upgraded it is, the better. I don't have enough weapon scrolls, which is is notable, I guess, because I've done every Tower of Doom from when they were invented till now. So you might be in the same boat where you don't have enough. So I'm gonna go to this, and then I'll do these, a couple of these. It's probably the cheapest way I can do it. Still get it full lead. Could use one major orb of forging if you want to, but that was probably the cheapest way for me. Use my scrolls as far as I could, and then use the unlock +1 tempering orb of forging a couple of times. So we got drain 2 mana from green enemies. We got entangle the first enemy. We got deal 5 damage to the first enemy. Okay. That has to be on the team. So we're just throwing it on the bottom. We're using it for points. We're not using it. We don't care if it fills up. We don't care for mana blocking. We don't care if we cast it. It's just there for extra points. On this team, at least. Alright, we need green, because our whole team's green. Purple's the only other color we're using for real, so we'll go green-purple. Green-purple minus blue, that's fine. Whatever. Class, I would say archer. Got a bunch of green. Could make a green storm. The 50% start. Just make sure you have your nature's aura on. Make sure you have it fully traded, or at least to fast. And that'd be what I think is the best team you could do in the entire game for this event. Especially for early on. If you're a scout and you're going to floor, 40, you might switch to something else later, but Chrysanthrax is still pretty good no matter what. I mean, you cast it twice, cast it 3 times, and it's still pretty fast. But if you're a scout, maybe Maelstrom Dagonath, maybe CT, stuff like that, probably. Instant kill. So, let's run it. Just gonna get up Chrysanthrax, cast it, win. So you look for extra turns, first thing. I don't see any. So we're gonna cast Leprechaun. Get up Chrysanthrax. Boom. All dead. Unlock scroll, that's our key to the next floor. I want to put on... Okay, so make sure you have an Anu on, too. Since we don't have a 50% start for Chrysanthrax, we're going to use an Anu medal. 20% start it. And we got to go to 5, because we want haste scrolls. So the unlock scroll is the key to the boss room. You have to get that, pretty much. The haste scroll is a free turn. It'll give you more Vow Ravens. It'll give you more turns in the end. It's can't lose going to the haste room. Unless you just lose the fight, I guess. We're gonna get... I like going to haste... I go to haste rooms until, like, maybe I'm almost done. So you could always double, triple up on sigils. It's not a bad idea to get all the hastes. Alright, if we have both Bogstrider and Leprechaun, we're gonna cast Leprechaun because it's under the Chrysanthrax and won't steal any of the green back. We're only gonna cast Bogstrider if Leprechaun doesn't fill the Chrysanthrax. We got a haste scroll, that means we pretty much did that room for free. And here's the boss. And I'll show the team code, then we'll make a different team with no Chrysanthrax on it. Oops. See, it's another situation where the Bogstrider is there. Could have cast it there after the Spirit Fox drained us. Alright, floor 2, we got 2 is life, 3 attack, 4 unlock, 5 life. So 4 is the only room I'm going in. So here's the team code for the best team you could be doing. You have everything in the game. Chad with a 2, dropping a deuce, dunking it. Putting his coat down, putting up the umbrella. Holding up the hood. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. You're a legend. Oh, yeah. Both of y'all. There's the team code if you need it. You can pause. You can maybe... Sometimes AI can grab those numbers for you, and then you can copy them in, I think. Something can. Funky Town's at work and lurking? Yeah, you're the first in December. Yep, yep. Zarg's Boom Pile? That's a good one. That's a good one. I could have went with that. You're right. I could have went with 2 Zargs. That's a good point. I kind of like 2 Zargs when I can 50% start, though. So I still think this is probably the best, but Zarg is probably 1B. It's not too bad. I would say it's right up there. Could do a couple Zargs as well. Good point. It's 1A, 1B with Zarg or Bogstrider Leprechaun. Leprechaun's up every fight. At the beginning of the fight, you cast it, gets up Chrysantherax. Pretty much the same thing. With 2 Zargs and no 50% start, it might not fill. And then you don't have any other recourse. Like, you can't do anything. You have to just take mana. So, at least we have Bogstrider if we fail to fill it with the Leprechaun. With the 2 Zargs, you have nothing you can do if you fail to fill it with the Zargs. So, I think this is just slightly better, but that'd be the next best thing, probably. Alright. So, let's make a mid-level team. We're going to take this dragon off of here. And we'll try to make something with no mythics. So if you don't have Chrysantherax, you can definitely do whatever it is I'm about to do here. Got Holy Saint Astra. We got King Gob Truffle. We got King Aberon. 50% start for Fae. Do we have any Fae? Got Queen Beatrix. That's always a good choice. I might drop the Bogstrider and put... You might need more damage. I don't know, though. We'll see. So Queen Beatrix is a great choice. Foxfire King is good. Could do that with King Aberon, but I don't know if that's enough damage just with one of them. Got Ghost Queen. You have to have the weapon. I think the 2 we have over there we kind of have to have. Leprechaun and Doomed Broadsword. Got Venoxia. Yeah, I might do Venoxia Beatrix. I know I'm not very creative. I always do the same thing. But I think that's a good way to go. We might put the weapon in first slot? Nah. Let's do Venoxia. Just throw it on the bottom again. I think if I was mid, I would do this. Probably same class. The banner needs to change because we don't want to minus blue. Still probably want green-purple. There another green-purple that minuses something else? There we go. Red spider banner. This will work pretty good for people that don't have Chrysantherax. You get Venoxia, Queen Beatrix. I use this a lot on not my current new account playthrough, but the one before that. I happened to get Venoxia, Queen Beatrix, and I started using it after Rowan, so it's really accessible, except the Venoxia is hard to get, I guess, but other than that, you get this in the Underworld. This is an epic, or an ultra rare, actually, and you're getting this from the shop. So, if you don't have Venoxia, you could do double Queen Beatrix, you could do... I don't know. But this is the mid team, so you should have it. Alright, let's just go. Hopefully I'm on the right fight. Noxia's up. Everybody's dead. Got the unlock scroll, that's all we need. Off this floor. So we go to the boss. How's it going? Lauren unlocked. Rowan has extra stats, you're right, because Forest of Thorn week. Yep. And maybe that will make that our low-level team. Probably just do Bogstrider, Leprechaun, Rowan if she has extra stats. Guard medals. And you're a beginner, you're not expected to go like super far. So that'd probably work for a good while. Floor 3, we got 2 is armor, 3 is armor, 4 is attack, and 5 is unlock. So we only have to go to 5. Thanks to Coco, we only have to go to 5. We don't have to look in those nasty rooms. What if they're really stinky? Somebody farted in the room and then closed the door real fast. If you want to, go in. Go ahead. Nobody's stopping you. If you really like to smell farts, go in those other rooms. Coco's just trying to help you out. Or whoever your scout is. Just trying to help you out. They're like, I already smelled the fart. You don't have to smell it if you don't want to. Alright, we'll do the boss. And then we'll make the low-level team. Which I think Rowan is probably going to be what it is. Force of Thorns weak. Extra stats. Guard medals. Sounds good to me. Alright, on floor 4. 2 attack, 2 armor, 4 life, and 5 unlock. Just 5. Here's your team code if you're mid-level and you don't have Chrysanthrax. I'd recommend Queen Beatrix or Venoxia or both. Leprechaun's going to be good for almost every team. Doomed Broadsword's got to be on there. A good start. If you like can't remember, like you watched for 5 seconds and you just can't remember like what the whole team was, just remember Leprechaun, Doomed Broadsword, and then put your 2 best damage dealers otherwise, or something like that. Okay, so let's get rid of these legendaries and try to make a low-level team. So, go Rowan, I guess. Maybe just Bogstrider. Could do Marilith. A little bit extra damage, I guess. If you want. Bogstrider's just lower mana cost, easier to get up. But Marilith would be a little bit of extra damage for the low-level players. Let's just do it. Something different. But if you want to do Bogstrider in first slot, I just feel like for the low-level player, maybe we give them a little bit extra damage, not a lot. But you gain attack, you destroy, do some true damage. Even though we're mixing true damage and physical, it's mostly for her mana generation. We're not like we're not using her because of the 6 true damage. We're using her because of the 59 gem destroy. But now I probably really screwed up my banner. But we don't need purple now, so go green red. Green, red, green, red, green, red. Minus blue, no. Good minus purple. It's just Leprechaun. It's already empowered. Probably stick with Archer again. Alright, there's the low-level team. So no mythics and no legendaries. Let's do it. Let me heart Chad's deuce. Boop. I see Marilith right up. But once again, I think in these early fights, just do Leprechaun. We got the weapon too, I forgot about that. So you could cast the weapon if you really need it for some more damage. So we got 3 things doing damage. Yeah, so I like this. I like this for low-level players. Get a lot of damage. For cheap. Marilith, Rowan, the weapon. Okay, Leprechaun. Here's a good example of when you would cast Marilith. Gets up Rowan. Thing's dead. Alright, let's do one more floor. 2 life, 3 life, 4 unlock, 5 power. So I skip power. I don't think it's worth it. I think the scouts are going to get all the powers. They're going to get the diminishing returns eventually. You don't need to get stats as a non-scout, because it's not really getting what you think it's getting. We've gone over this many times. At this point, you either follow the advice or you don't, and I probably can never convince you otherwise, but I don't get power. 4 unlock. Your scouts are going up the tower, and by the time Like, sometimes scouts think... I don't know. I've had scouts before that think that the rest of the players should be getting them stats so they can go higher. But by the time those other players would get enough to actually get a stat, and then to get enough stats that would actually matter, the scout would already be done and far enough to where they don't really need to go farther anyway. And by the time a regular player would get enough scrolls to get enough stats to help a scout, like, it's just not worth it. There's diminishing returns at that point, and you getting that power scroll is not going to give them any stats. It's only going to give one towards each stat. But do whatever your guild leader says, you know, don't let me get you fired or whatever. You can explain it to your guild leader, like diminishing returns, by the time we do this, it's not worth it, type stuff, if you want. Point them to my video, come have them talk to me, whatever you want to do. Alright, we'll do this boss fight, and then we'll go move on to the weekly preview for Forest of Thorns, and then the new campaign. Another situation where Marilith is good, I guess. Lots of damage on this low-level team, lots of mana generation. The best of both worlds. Rock out the show. Hannah Montana. Miley Cyrus. Just a wrecking ball. Wreck the tower with the wrecking ball. Alright, so that's Tower of Doom. Get the unlock, the luck, the heroism, the fireball, the haste. If you're not a scout. That's all you should get. The scout is going in every room and telling you which rooms not to go in, pretty much. Pretty much telling you which rooms not to go in. When you read their report, the scout's report, of like what's in each room, read it more like which rooms not to go in instead of which rooms to go in. They're telling you which rooms not to go in, for real. To save you sigils, to save you time, to let you get straight to the points. If you waste sigils, if you go in every room, and you waste all your sigils, and you only get to floor 10, you could have went in all the right rooms, and ended up on like floor 20, and got way more points. So, you know, there's many, many reasons you should just not get boons, not go in every room, follow the scout's advice. There's so many reasons. And if you don't follow the scout's advice, you're just flipping them off and telling them that who cares about your hard work and all your extra gems and all your extra time you're spending. Who cares? I hate you, you suck. That's what you're saying by doing that. That's the Tower of Doom, though. But if you're a scout, definitely go in every room. Definitely report every room. You're getting the stats that are worth getting. You're telling everybody what's in every room. You're saving everybody time and gems and letting them get to the points quicker. Alright, weekly preview. Snake in the Grass, new ultra rare troop, Vine Pyre. Get this troop with glory from the rewards tab of the shop. Wilhelmina's Rose. The campaign has started. New rewards every week. Don't miss out. 70 days. Tower of Doom. Defeat Dooms and gain points for your guild. Build a team from a color green and search for the Dooms. We just did that. High, mid, low. Go check it out. But it's Chrysantherax for high. Venoxia Queen Beatrix for mid. And Rowan for low. Winter Imp. A seasonal imp has returned. Catch it before it leaves the chests. Really no big deal. Week of Forest of Thorns. All Forest of Thorns troops gain 10% to skills. Week of Elementals. All Elementals gain 10% to their skills. Bonus gold. Use the Vine Pyre and PvP and Explore to gain 400 gold. So yeah, Rowan has 20% extra skills this week. That's going to be great for my new account. I'm using Rowan like a lot right now. So 20% extra stats. So if your Rowan had, I don't know, 10 armor, now it has 12 armor or something, right? Rowan had 20 armor, now it has 24. Rowan had 50 armor, now it has 60 armor. Something like that. Which will make it hit harder. This whole week. Maybe my math is right, maybe it's not. Feel free to check me on a calculator. Alright, Soulforge. I saw Tyrion's here. Sean's here. Horth is here. How's it going? Oh, it's Efley. All right. Good to see you. Been a while. The freaking, the way the chat looks, it's like at whatever. So, like on mine, my name is Cinecool, but I think it's at Cinecool Games. So it's putting your guys' names. I wish I could change that somehow. I don't know how to change it though, so hopefully you guys know your own ats. Because I'm saying hi to you and you don't even know I'm saying hi to you, maybe. But I guess you can see it in the chat, right? You see your own name there, so anyway. Well, that's cool, I didn't know that was you. Good to see you. I thought you was gone forever because I talk about jacked up trucks too much. I only talked about it that one time, too. I don't even really talk about it too much. It was like once or twice and I never talked about it again. But I know, you were like, nah, you didn't care too much. You're a good sport. Alright, Soul Forge. So we'll have one Soul Forge. As far as mythics and legendaries go, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, then it will change. The mythics and the legendaries will change on Friday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, different set of mythics and legendaries. We're running through the Soul Forge twice as fast now. Stuff is getting put in the Soul Forge twice as fast now. So, it's really cool. It's one of the best things the last update did, other than the choice of pet, when you do the pet rescue thing. Those are the two coolest things that happened in the last update. Soul Forge cycle, twice as fast now. Pets, you get to choose between 3 pets. Those are the 2 coolest things that happened in the most recent update. Let's check it out. We'll do the mythics, we'll see what's the best, what's the worst. We'll put them in order, no matter what they are, just for fun. Even if you shouldn't craft any of them, we'll still put them in order. Yeah, if you haven't been playing, we had a good update recently. It was like a good quality of life update. It wasn't like they added anything crazy. They just made the current game a little bit better by... The Soul Forge now rotates twice a week. At least the mythics and the legendaries do. The weapons stay the same. But that's because the Kingdom of the Week and stuff like that. But the mythics rotate twice in 1 week now. And the legendaries rotate twice in 1 week now. And then when you get a pet rescue, it pops up 3 pets on your screen, and you get to choose one. So you can choose one that you don't have yet. Yeah, it's really cool. Alright, let's check it out. We got Kronos. Let's do the dragon first. The dragon is... because I'll forget. Saphirax. So if you are that very specific person who's going for Diamantina still... and you're missing the blue dragon only, you would craft this right now. Alright, we got Mithrilion, Amarok, and... what's the... Jotnar. We got a bunch of mids again. That just shows you how many mid mythics there are. We're rotating twice as fast, and we're still getting like 4 mid mythics in the Soul Forge. So let's put them in order though still. Kronos. This is going to be a tough one because they're all super mid. Deal damage to all enemies, then convert all blue gems to hourglass gems. Enchant all allies when I get an extra turn. That might be the best. Thrillion's like an okay mana generating tank. The good traits. Amarok. One of those like instant kills that's not as good as like Zul'Goth or Maelstrom Dagonath or High King Irongut. And then Jotnar. Jotnar might be the worst, even though it's not horrible. It's like a C-. So if we say Jotnar's the worst, Amarok, Kronos. Okay, I'm gonna say Kronos is the best this week, or this beginning of the week. And it's not a top 20. You probably shouldn't craft it. Collection purposes, if you're in game, is about only person that should craft it. It's not bad though. It's probably like a B-, like a B-. 24 green, red, purple, drifting sands, mystic. Deal damage to all enemies, then convert all blue gems to hourglass gems. So pretty much get an extra turn. It casts, hits all enemies, gets an extra turn, enchants all allies. So it's solid. It's solid. It's B tier. Second would be Amarok. 24 red, yellow, brown, broken spire, elemental beast. Deal damage to an enemy. There's a 10% chance to devour them. Boosted by red gems and burning enemies. If the enemy dies, create 9 red gems. Burn and stun a random enemy of matching 4 or more gems. 50% skull reduction. Could be a B minus, maybe a C plus, somewhere around there. It's decent. Give it like a 85%, 84%, something like that. Sometimes you can use it. Same thing with Chronos, sometimes. Sometimes. And then third would be Mithrilion. 24 blue, green, red, KZL construct. Explode a 3x3 block. Gain a bunch of armor. Barrier a random ally for every skull destroyed. Reflects 75% of skull damage. Reduce damage from spells by 50%. It's like a C tier mythic. It's like right in the middle. It's a good tank sometimes, but I don't like tanks. And I think offense is king, so it's just mid. Last and least would be Jotnar. He's really old. He was one of the first mythics, so he needs an update or a buff or something, but he's not horrible. He's like a C tier, C minus. 22 blue, red, yellow, Stormheim, Divine Giant. Deal true damage to an enemy, boosted by barriered allies and giant allies. Give a random ally a barrier and 4 or 5 gem match. So they all have something, like they have a spell and then a good third trait. It's like they all have that. So it's better than just a good spell or just a good trait. This guy has like an okay, not a great spell, but a good third trait. And then it's like Chronos has a good spell and a good third trait. And so they're all like mid. So mostly for collection purposes for in-game players that already have the top 20s. Everybody else should keep saving for something better. All right, legendaries. I saw Horth has a question, but I'll get to it in a sec, Horth. I'm gonna finish up this legendaries here, then I'll take a look at it. Got Keeper of Souls, Infernal King, Glitter Claw, and Queen Ash. Another weird, but hey, we're getting them out of the way. Think of it like that. We get a new set on Friday. We're getting these out of the way. Another big bunch of mid legendaries. Keeper of Souls, Infernal King, Glitter Claw, and Queen Ash. So Glitter Claw is probably the worst. This one's strange. You can use it on a very specific team with King Heliodor. It's kind of strange though. Sometimes it won't hit anything. I guess one of these older ones is probably the best. I don't know. I'm gonna say Infernal King's the best legendary, but don't craft it. You only craft Tesla or Emberclaw as far as legendaries go, but just for fun, we're putting them in order. So Infernal King is like a, I don't know, a B minus type of legendary. 18 yellow, purple, Blighted Lands Demon, convert green gems to skulls and brown gems to red, deal scatter damage. It's doing a lot on its spell, and then it has a 25% chance to resurrect after death. Keeper of Souls would be second, 15 purple, brown, Kitar Undead, transform all gems of a chosen color to skulls. So you pick a color that will give you an extra turn once you transform it to skulls. 50% chance to summon a white when an enemy dies. It's okay sometimes when you're making like a skull team. It's an oldie. These two are old. Glitter Claw is probably the worst, so I guess Queen Ash would be third, maybe. 18 blue, brown, Nexus Elemental. Deal heavy splash damage to the second to last enemy. Boosted by brown gems and allies. Pull them to the front, then create 3 elemental stars. If you say this one's the best, I wouldn't be too mad at it. They're all close, but sometimes she'll hit nothing because there's no second to last enemy. So it's kind of stupid sometimes. It gets on my nerves, so I put it in third. But if it does it, you know, if you cast it at the beginning of the fight, it can be pretty good. Because it'll do the elemental stars, it might match them, and then it might get back up. And it's good when it's good, and it's bad when it's bad. And the last one was Glitter Claw. Deal damage to a random enemy. Transform all blue gems to green to boost the effect. Fairy Fire all enemies. None of them are horrible. They're all just mid. So, Soulforge is a bunch of mid. If you were going to craft anything, I guess Chronos. Alright, weapons. Ooh, we got a Librum of Decay, which I don't have. Wonder why I don't have it. Convert all gems of a chosen color into decaying gems. Must have been from the campaign or something. You gotta get it, though. So if you're free to play, you probably don't have that either. You might want to look at your weapons. Librum of Decay. Alright, let me finish the Soulforge. Doom Broadsword is in the shop. The guild event shop, so don't get it here. Unless you just absolutely have to, I guess. Doomed Bolt Shooter is no good. Librum of Decay, I just crafted that because I didn't have it. Not because I thought it was good. If I don't talk about it, it's always here. Doomed Aegis is Doomed Toilet Lid. Badger Blade is Doo-Doo. Hammer of Nature is the weapon we used at the very beginning of the game for our new account playthrough. So if you're a beginner and you accidentally picked a different weapon, you could craft it, I guess, and do the team I'm doing, or did. It's not great, though. You just picked it because you had to. Thorn of Gods is the Explodey for Forest of Thorns. If you were going to pick any weapon, it would be this one, maybe. Those are good. Amethyst Band is another one. It's for Elf. Explodey. If you don't have that one, it'd be a good one to craft. Hammer of Force, Born of Thorns. Those aren't any good. Oaken Crown's tool for your tool belt. If you're doing a Forest of Thorns team, you could use this, but otherwise you probably shouldn't. Elemental Bow is a little bit better of a tool for your tool belt weapon. It's up there, maybe a top 10 tool for your tool belt weapon, if you know what I mean. So you have to make your whole team elemental to use it properly. Of course, you don't have to do anything. You sit on the toilet backwards. Alright, so that's Soulforge. I would say get an Explodey weapon and then pass on everything else. Most likely. Alright, what was Horth's question? Horth says, having already purchased the 2 500 gem armors, should a new player spend gems to get the Doom weapon for TOD? Depends where you're at. Did you already open all the kingdoms? Already open all the classes? Already open all the factions? Are you already doing your City of Thieves 3 times a day? If you're like full-fledged into the game and you're like almost mid-game, if you're out of the tutorial, then you should probably, buy up to the weapon. Event, that's what you spend. So the way the gems go is you spend gems on the armor first, unless you bought the Death Knight armor. If you buy the Death Knight armor, you don't have to spend gems on the armors. Second thing you spend gems on is your global medals. So until you have one in each slot, you should probably only spend gems on that. And then the third thing you spend gems on is probably the guild event. But if it's taking you like forever to get all the global medals for some reason, maybe you would start buying up to the weapon in the guild event. Depends what level you are. Depends if you have all your kingdoms open, all your classes open, all your factions open. You know, at least do the faction quests. Are we doing City of Thieves 3 times a day? Do we have all the legendaries in the underworld? It's like, at a certain point, you got to start buying up in the guild event, because your guild's giving you gems, and that's the purpose of them, really, is to use them on the guild event. But if you're not to that point yet, you're going to do that forever in the future. So, but you got to get to a certain point first. Guess we'll see what you say. Don't forget, they also added all the past cosmetic pets to the drop table. Yeah, that's a good thing, too. Tyrion says, huge for late joiners who want to stay free to play. Previously, if you missed them, you missed them. They did bring them back exclusively to money offers a while back, but now free. Efley says, I've missed a lot. Jets is here. Queen Ash kind of sucked, if I remember rightly. Yeah, like, when you cast it the first time, it's good. But then if you kill, like, the bottom 2 or something, it does nothing. If you kill, like, the 3rd slot, it does nothing, because it targets that. And if it's not there, it doesn't do anything. So it's really weird. It's kind of a weird troop. You got to put it on a really specific team to make it work. It's King Heliodor plus Queen Ash is kind of good because the way they both do the kind of the complementary things to each other. Horse says, I don't have the global medals. I hope that you will show that in the new account playthrough. Yeah, I have been. I mean, they pop. So as far as medals go, a lot of it happened Probably during the vault event. I haven't really gotten any for my daily offers, except for like once or twice. Then like the guild is, you know, we had a world event, so I got medal of season. Sometimes the guild gives you medals. It's like a combination of buying medals from the merchant during like vault event, combination of that, and then your daily offers, and then like just guild rewards. And eventually you'll have all your global medals, which means you'll have 3 Nisha, 3 Asmon, 3 Guard, 3 Orpheus, 3 Seasons, and 1 Anu. And until then, you should spend your gems, save your gems, and anytime you see a medal offer, as long as you don't already have 3 of the... Like, if you see a Medal of Guard in the offers, but you already have 3 Medals of Guard, you wouldn't buy it. But if you see 3 Nisha tokens in the offers, you would buy it until you have... Which is expensive. It's 500 gems, so even if you have 4,000 gems, you're not safe because you got to buy that Nisha offer quite a few times. Because there's no way you're farming Explore 12 with everything else you got to be doing. Especially as a beginner, because it's hard to clear fast. And I don't recommend that to anybody anyway, but there's no other way to do it anyway. So you got to pretty much buy them from the offers if you want to get Nisha medals early. And there's really nothing else to spend. What else are we going to spend them on? Yeah, it's the armors, the guild event. I mean, there's a couple of things, but they're more late game stuff, like epic trial pets, or I don't know, trying to complete a faction event to get it to 500. Like what else? Like what's the other option? Like what do we're saving our gems up, but it's not that hard because there's no... I mean, the guild event is what you're asking, which is smart because that is the other thing. I would say like if you want to buy once or twice in the guild event, you could, but maybe don't buy all the way to the weapon yet. It's a progression for sure. Like right now, I'm buying nothing. I'm level 200 something. I'm not buying anything in the guild event. I'm just doing what I can, participating, doubling up on sigils, tripling up on sigils. Like this one's not too bad because it's a green restriction, so I should have the troops and Rowan. Like this one shouldn't be too bad. Like Rowan. We should anybody should be able to help with this one. So, I don't know. I'd say don't spend on the shop until you have all the kingdoms open, all the classes open, all the factions. You're starting to get legendaries in the underworld. Like, you're definitely had the Miraji Queen. Like, kind of... You might even give gold first to the guild before you would buy up in the shop for the guild event. I don't know, I guess we'll see how it goes. I'm doing a new account right now, so I guess stay tuned. But, I'd say don't buy up in the shop right now. Because you're really early beginner. Right? You're like around where I'm at, right? And I'm not buying up in the shop, so I'd recommend you don't either. So you're going to get less points, but it's just like they're happy that you're contributing. Because a lot of people are doing nothing and getting zeros. So if you're doing anything... It's better than nothing. It's where we're at right now. Like, if we do anything, it's better than nothing right now because we're such low levels. So we don't need to buy up in the shop. Because it's just like, we're trying really hard by just doing what we can do already. So they're not expecting you to spend 500 gems in the shop when you're level 200. Or 300 or whatever. 400 even. Maybe once you get to like 500. Once you get level 500 plus, maybe. At least start buying in the shop. Buy the first one, buy the second one, start progressing. It's like a progression. Right now we're not buying anything. You know, once we get to level 400, maybe we're buying the first one in the shop. Maybe 500 we're buying 2 in the shop. Maybe over 500 we're buying up to the weapon. Something like that. Really long-winded way to say don't buy up in the shop. I guess. What are you saying hi to Anita? Anita's not here, right? Where's Anita? You just saying hi? I don't see Anita. You're about a week behind me? Yeah, don't buy up in the shop then, because I haven't. We're doing alright, Efley. Hanging in there. Hanging in there. Oh, Anita says hi. Yay. Hi. Hi! Nice, that's cool. Hopefully doing well. Hopefully doing well. Alright, where were we at? We did the Soul Forge. So, next up is the shop. So, do your Spoils of War. Pretty much everybody. It's worth it. Got the Vine Pyre this week. It is 13 green, purple, Forest of Thorns, Undead Elemental. Steal life from an enemy. Convert 4 purple gems to bleed gems. Gain bonus green mana from green gem matches. 10% chance to create a bleed gem when my turn begins. And 33% skull reduction. Not the worst one I ever saw, but it's not like a Bork or Angry Mob or Centurigon or anything like that. No, it does true damage. It converts. It has good traits. So, but I don't know. I don't think it's like single target. It doesn't convert all purple gems. You know, the traits are just okay. It's not bad, not good. It's kind of mid. But you get the Arcane Venom trait stones, which are green and purple, so you might want to take a look at that if you're a beginner or early mid-game. Go check all your green-purple troops, see if you haven't fully traded, especially the good ones. Let's go look at it real quick. I think this is important for beginners and early mid-game players, but maybe not in-game players or mid-players. So we go green, purple, right? Is that what I said? All colors. Show all. So Arachnian Weaver would be an example of something you'd want to have fully traded that you might want to check on. Just going to do the obvious ones. Queen Aurora has the rainbow link. Dang it. Can't believe I did that. It's something that no one cares about anyway. Queen Aurora, Arachnian Weaver. Zama, I guess. Possessed King. Alright, legendaries for sure. 100% use this stone. So, let's see if we can find something really good. Might be a kind of a not as good of a stone. Like First Mate Axe Lover, you'd want to have fully traded so you can get the empowered. Oh, Leprechaun is one. So if you don't have Leprechaun, Moon Rabbit's one. Leprechaun's probably the best example of a troop that uses this stone. So, perfect timing if you're just starting the game. You could buy the trait stone right now in the Glory Shop, and you can fully trait your Leprechaun. Alright, summoning stones I always forget about, so let me go do those. Good for beginners as well, another beginner thing here. Only do the very, 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 very good troops, though. Don't waste jewels. I'll just tell you if there's anything amazing. No. Leprechaun's there! Woo! So no excuses. If you don't have Leprechaun, this is your week. If you're somehow having super horrible luck, there is a person out. I remember a person in my comments saying they haven't got Leprechaun yet. What should they do? I told them to go get Trickster. This was like a month ago, though, so hopefully they're still watching. If you don't have Leprechaun, it's right here. It's right here. Get it. Get it right now. Every single person in the game should have Leprechaun after this week. Unless you're blowing your gems on weird stuff, I guess. It's your own weird fault. The Leprechaun's right there, and then it's trait stones in the shop. So you can have it fully empowered, too. Perfect time. Everybody in the game should have Leprechaun fully traded after this week. It's right there. Oops. So Leprechaun's in the summoning stones. That's pretty good information. Scurvy Sea Dog's okay. Meismer made our top 20, but it's for a very specific in-game thing that you probably don't need to craft it there. I don't even think that very specific in-game thing gets done as much anymore, either. Alright, so Leprechaun's in the summoning stones. That was cool. Event key drop table, Forest of Thorns. It's probably not one of the best kingdoms to be throwing event keys at. We all know how event keys work, right? They're not like gem keys. They're not like gold keys. They're not like glory keys. They're not like guild seals. They're not like VIP chests. They're more like shiny keys, kind of. Event keys, only troops you're going to get are from Forest of Thorns. So it's the kingdom of the week The troops from the Kingdom of the Weak come out of this chest. So only Forest of Thorns troops are going to come out of this chest. So what you do is you wait for a kingdom with a lot of good troops. You save up your event keys and you wait for Adana. You save up your event keys and wait for Zhejian, which is coming pretty soon. So you can get High King Irongut or Flaming Oni or another good goblin. You save up for Zalkari, you save up for Takshaka or Pharaoh Khafru or whatever. So you don't throw them at Forest of Thorns. Even if you throw in like 200, 300 event keys every week, you're spreading your cheeks, just like upgrading every kingdom to level 16 or something. It's the same philosophy. And save them for the good stuff. Use them all on the good stuff. Don't spread them out. Spread them thin. I say spread your cheeks, but I mean spread them thin. So I'm just trying to be funny. Alright, Forest of Thorns, let's look at it. Anyway. Base rarity's fine. We'll go Forest of Thorns. And show all in case I'm missing something, because that's another thing if you're a high-level player. Like the Decaying Queen is from Forest of Thorns. Is she in the drop table? I don't know. We'll check it out. So, Gladius, I'm pretty sure this is a floral dragon, right? So you can't get it with event keys. You can't get Immortal Monstera with event keys. It's an immortal. So the only ones you can get are King Bloodwood, who's okay, but he's not a top 10 or top 20. Virago, which is trash and poop, kind of like Aguara. Yasmin, who's old. Doesn't do enough green gems there, but she's like another okay one. So all you can get really is King Bloodwood or Yasmin's Chosen, and they're both just mid. So this is a horrible, terrible mythic, and that's what you're looking for is mythics with your event keys. You're not looking like, ooh, I hope I can get an epic. Now, you're hoping to get a mythic, and the mythics aren't good, so it's not a good place to be throwing event keys at. Let's see if Decaying Queen is there. I don't think so, because I think it was just the campaign with Decaying Queen in it, right? You can look at chat, like the chat, to see if anybody got it. Like, I wouldn't touch it unless you've seen it here. That's usually my rule of thumb. Like, I'm not gonna touch something I'm not sure is in there unless I see it in the chat somewhere. Which I don't see it, so I'm pretty sure it's not there. King Bloodwood. The Grey King, Yasmin, Grey King. Oh, wait! The Decaying Queen is there! Look! Ooh! It is there! So, good information! Leprechaun is in the Summoning Stones, and the Decaying Queen is in the event key drop table. Just seeing one of them confirms it for me, because if it wasn't there, nobody would get it. So just one person getting the Decaying Queen means it's in there. So you guys want to see me open some event keys? Waste some event keys? Because it's a troop I need. I mean, that's the only thing for me to do with my event keys now, is to go for, like, troops, pay troops and stuff like that, and, like, PvP, whatever. PvP troops always say that, but they're only in the Soul Forge. So, troops like this is the only thing I'm saving event keys for now. I'm not saying she's good or anything. I just don't have it. So, I'm going to go for it real quick. Let's see if I can get it. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna have 0 event keys pretty soon. All right, no problem, Sana. Tell her we said hi. What is considered high level now? Probably. What level am I? Probably 1500, because all the XP boosters you get, like you can level to 1000 so fast. I'd say 1000's 1000. You're starting to get into. You know, 1000 used to be a sign that you're in the mid game, but 1000 now might be like end of early game. 1250 is probably towards the end of mid game, and then 1500's like end game. 1500 plus. So 1000, anything under at 1000, you're probably a beginner. Anything under 1250, you're mid or beginner, and anything under 1500, you're mid or beginner. Like, I don't know. Something like that. There's just so many XP boosters. It's so easy to get hero level. Hero level means nothing in this game anymore. I wouldn't even determine anything based off of hero level. It's hard. That's why it's hard for me to even decide, because it means nothing. First of all, do you have Death Knight armor or not? Because if I had Death Knight armor, I'd be level 2000 probably. You know, I don't have it, so my level 1636 is somebody else's level 2000 something. One person's level 1000 without Death Knight armor could be somebody else's 1500 with Death Knight armor, you know? So hero level doesn't mean much anymore. There's too many XP boosters. You don't know if the person has Death Knight armor or not. Like, can't really tell anything based off of hero level. I'd say if you're over 1500, that's like the only thing that says anything. Probably. Like, you put in the work to at least get over that, whether you have Death Knight armor or not. Because, like, if you have a level 1000 walks up and say, hey, I want to join your guild, you can't just say, okay, you're level 1000, come on in. Because you don't know. They could have only been playing the game for probably like 3 weeks. Get level 1000. They have nothing. They have no resources. They have no troops. But they're level 1000 because the game gives you so much XP boosters now. And the way the game is, we're just like playing easy fights back to back to back to back to back to back. Knocking stuff down in one shot. Just doing fight after fight after fight after fight with XP boosters. So they could be playing the game horribly, not know what they're doing at all, and still be level 1000. And another person could be level 750 and have a bunch of stuff, or be level 1002 and have everything. So it's hard to tell these days. That's one thing I realized in my last new account playthrough, is how quickly my hero level was going up. And to not trust people's hero levels anymore. What am I doing? Oh yeah, I'm about to open event keys. Because I need Decaying Queen. About to waste a bunch of event keys. This is always hard. You always need way more than you think. You would think, okay, so how many mythics are, let's see. You would think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, oh geez. Okay, so this, or wait. There's 1, 2, 3, there's 4 mythics. So you would think I would get it within 4,000 event keys. That's what I would say. If you wanted to be super, that's where I would start, I guess. If you don't have at least 4,000, I wouldn't expect Decaying Queen. You can try all you want, you know? Like, if it's the only troop you're missing in the game, of course you're going to throw your event keys, but like if you're saving up for Ironhawk, don't stop until you have, like, just don't ever stop. But you're not going to get it unless you have, like, 5,000 to 10,000 event keys. So 1,000 doesn't mean anything, 2,000 doesn't mean anything. That's why you got to keep saving and saving and saving. Just watch how long it takes me to get the Decaying Queen right now. I might not even get it. Or I could get it right away. It's just crazy. He's still nothing. Still no mythic at all. Still no mythic at all. It's taking weirdly long. Still no mythic at all. Still no mythic at all. I think that was 1,000. I should have got a mythic, but there we go. My first mythic. I already have that. And you could get, I could get King Bloodwood, Virago, Yasmin. Doesn't guarantee I'm going to get the one I need. No mythic. There we go. I got lucky for real. That was like 2,000 or less. So another troop checked off the list. I got the Decaying Queen. Deal scatter damage, boosted by Decaying Gems, and convert 6 green gems to Decaying Gems. Create a Decaying Gem when my turn begins. So really cool stuff for beginners this week. Leprechauns and the Summoning Stones. And really cool stuff for in-game players, especially free-to-play. The Decaying Queen is in the event key drop table. She's not good, but collection purposes. Yay, GG's for me. I still have some event keys. 3,867. Took me a little bit less than 2,000 to get her, which is really good. Got lucky there. Alright, so that's event key drop table. Don't do it unless Decaying Queen's the only mythic you need in the entire game. What else is going on this week, y'all? I've already talked about it pretty much. Already pretty much talked about it. It's Forest of Thorns week. Forest of Thorns Underspire. Forest of Thorns Epic Trials. Forest of Thorn Weapons in the Soul Forge. Tower of Doom week. Primal Rift on Tuesday. Faction event. Primal Rift. Wednesday, Weeping with Lilumpet. Thursday, Archer class event. And a new mythic on Friday. Plus a Vault event. New mythic and Vault event this weekend. Probably most exciting weekend we could have. New mythic plus Vault event. Let's go. You can see all that stuff here too. Look. Here is Primal Rift. Here's Weeping Lilum. Here's Archer. And yeah. That's mostly everything, right? Yep, pretty much. Alright, what else? Campaign is new. Let me read the thing from on the website. Let me catch up in the chat, too. What are you guys saying? Do I detect a Cine rant coming? What about? I'm always ranting. Doesn't show up in the Soul Forge for you? That's weird, Horth. It's not in the green summoning stone? Are those not the same for everybody? Oh, the level thing? Yeah, I could rant about that. Good morning, Yoke. Yoke the ham. Yeah, I could have ranted about that hero level thing for sure. Or the event key drop table, I don't know. So, Horth, it's not there for you? If you go to Games, and you go to Soul Forge, and then you go to Troops, and then you go to Green, and then you hit Square. It's right here for me. Is this not the same for everybody? Is anybody else playing the game right now? Can you check your green summoning stones? Maybe it's different via platform? I wonder what my new account has on theirs. Chad's back. Oh no, let me know, y'all. Is Leprechaun and your green summoning stones out there, people? Alright, here's the new campaign. Let's read their little blurb. Campaign begins. Wilhelmina's Rose. Ah, you see it now? Good job. Campaign begins. Wilhelmina's Rose. New campaign begins. They say that a bunch. A brand new campaign. Right, so you click on it. Watch. So you click on it. When you click on it, you're clicking on Campaign Begins. Wilhelmina's Rose. And it also says Campaign Begins. Okay, look. If you go to latest news, okay? The latest news, like the brand new, most new news, says Campaign Begins, Wilhelmina's Rose. And then below that it says Campaign Begins, Wilhelmina's Rose. Then you click on it, and it says Campaign Begins, Wilhelmina's Rose. And then it says New Campaign Begins. And then it says a brand new campaign begins today. A little redundant, huh? It says it like 5 times in a row. The undead stir and awaken across the land, mysteriously drawn to the Prince Aetheros. Journey across Crystara to find out why. Heroic Gem, Bleed Gem. During this campaign, we have a heroic gem that players may encounter in puzzle battles, the Bleed Gem. Bleed gems are purple gems that, when destroyed, will inflict bleed on a random enemy. Since when is blood purple? Bleed gems will occasionally, but rarely, drop like regular gems during the Wilhelmina's Rose campaign. Some troops and weapons will also be able to create them. Once the campaign is over, they will no longer fall randomly, though the troops and weapons that create them will continue to function. Artifact, Wilhelmina's Rose. Right under that it says, Wilhelmina's Rose. During the campaign, players can earn stars to level this campaign's artifact, Wilhelmina's Rose. Each new level will expand the story of the campaign, and also give skill point bonuses to all battles, including PvP and Guild Wars. These bonuses will only apply during the campaign and are lost when the campaign ends. Elite Pass Rewards Sneak Peek. We have a sneak peek at a few of the rewards that will be available from the Elite Pass reward track. Queen Wilhelmina. She's in there somewhere. Let's bring her up. She's right there in your face. She's kind of the creepy lady looking at you creepily. Right there in the left, bottom left. Let's see if we can find her here, though. You guys can look at it. She's creepy. Look at her. What a creepy lady. Looks like that helmet is like eating her brain or something. Her eyeballs are popping out. You know how like a face hugger jumps on your face? That's what your face would look like right there. If like the face hugger was invisible. I guess she's supposed to be a vampire? Alright, there she is. Queen Wilhelmina, Galvania, Undead Mystic, Mythic. Ancient Love is the spell. Steal 25 life from 3 random enemies. Boosted by bleed gems. Immune to poison, disease. Alright, here's her I'm just going to say it off of this card. Alright, 24 blue, red, purple. Queen Wilhelmina from Galvania is an Undead Mystic. Steals 50 life from 3 random enemies. Boosted by bleed gems. She has create a bleed gem when my turn begins. 25% spell reduction and undying. So there's way better stuff that's undead and from Galvania, probably. Like Morthani comes to mind. Morthani would spank her hiney over her knee, like easily. So, you know, 3 enemies instead of 4. Bleed gems, blah, who cares? No good traits, so it's like as usual. The campaign mythic is not worth it, and just get it later. But all the rest of the stuff is what you're looking at. When you're buying the campaign pass, which I totally recommend, it's not about the mythic. It's not the FOMO part. It's about all the other loot that you get. Because you're going to do it anyway. Might as well get all the extra loot. It's not about the mythic, not about the weapon, not about the tarot card. It's about all the other extra loot you get. That's what you buy it for. Alright, Sanguine Devotion is the weapon. Let's see if we can find it. Where's the weapon? Where's the weapon? Where's the weapon? There it is. Sanguine Devotion. Convert all gems of a chosen color to bleed gems, aka purple. Burn and inflict bleed on all enemies of that color. So, converts whatever color you want to purple. I might go good with like the mythic the new mythic this week maybe. It's red, yellow though, it's not purple. So it wouldn't get itself back up, but it could get up. Might go good with the new mythic this week maybe. That's what I'm thinking. But not good enough. And it's not that good. Just saying maybe. That's a use case. Alright, Maud is the new cosmetic pet for Wilhelmina's Rose campaign, only available from special events. Maud is a cat. It's this one. Like a smelly cat, you know? Smelly cat, what are they feeding you? Smelly cat, it's not your fault. That's what it looks like to me. When the campaign ends, players can still earn unique rewards in the following ways. Queen Wilhelmina. He? Huh? Is that a boy? It says he. They really screwed up. They need an editor. They'd be redundant as hell, and they'd be calling a she a he. That's not a he. Queen Wilhelmina, he will start appearing in chests 3 to 4 weeks after the campaign ends. Sanguine Devotion. This weapon will be craftable from the Soul Forge the next time during their campaign's event after the campaign ends. Portraits, emojis, and titles. Like social collectibles from events, these will become available to purchase from gyms about 3 months after the campaign ends. Mod. As this pet is cosmetic, it will only be available during special pet rescues after the campaign ends. Shiny Queen Wilhelmina tokens. These tokens will go into shiny chests as a rare drop 3 to 4 weeks after the campaign ends. So I guess you can become shiny. One of those. Alright, so that's the campaign. There's a weapon, there's a pet, there's a mythic, there's a tarot card. Hold on. Queen of Cups. New tarot card, Queen of Cups. It's a Galvania construct, legendary. Draw the Queen of Cups. Give 8 life to all allies. There's a 7% chance of an extra turn for each green gem on the board. Okay. Okay, okay. So there's a tarot card too. So here's the weapon. Here's the... Sorry, y'all, I'm back. I'm back. Harvey, you gonna stay in or go? Sorry, I'm back. Everybody's home today, and, you know, not everybody. The little ones at school. Everybody else is home. So, that's the campaign. Alright, what else we got left? I need to get off here pretty soon. So, we got the Underspire. Let's do that. And that'll probably be it for today. You know, if you need the faction event, I have so many videos on Primal Rift out there. You're probably okay. Just look it up on the channel. Gems of War, Cool, Primal Rift. There's got to be multiple videos with multiple teams. We stopped doing the Tuesday faction stuff because just they weren't very popular, and you know we're doing the new account on Tuesday, so we might get back to it one day though. It's not you know, faction events. I already have a bunch of them. If we pause it for a little bit and get back to it later, it's not a big deal, I don't think. So nobody was clamoring for it, right? But go check it out on the channel. I got all kinds of faction videos on the channel. I think faction's very important. I just don't think, you know, a bulk of the community is not, you know what I mean? Whatever. Trying to convince them, though. Alright, Underspire, what would I do? It is a Forest of Thorns restriction. Got probably Gladius, right? Most likely. Probably Gladius. Could maybe... Okay. Price, I'm gonna start with that. Gladius. This is like, hey, I'm doing the Underspire, I'm going to the 7th boss, I'm a high-level player with everything in the game type of thing. Elemental Dragon. You do have King Averlorn here, though, if you want to do some sort of elf. I guess she's an elf. Just scatter damage, though. Scatter damage, just think about that. 75 divided by 4. She's doing less than 20 damage to each enemy. I mean, she's not leveled yet. It might go up a little bit, but even if it doubles, it's not that impressive. Mondays are Mrs. Cindy's day off. It's my most busy day. What can we put with it? Weapons. We just have Forest of Thorns weapons. Probably need an explodey. We need like some sort of mana generation for sure. Amethyst Band is for elf. Where's the other one? Thorn of the Gods. It's probably a good one. It's a good start right there. If anybody has any other questions, let me know, because I'll probably be ending the stream right after this. Let's look towards the bottom. Maybe there's something we got. Okay, maybe Daughter of Yasmin, red to green. Okay, so we got a mana generator, a damage dealer, and an empowered converter. Forest Troll's the same exact colors as the weapon, so that's no good. Could do another damage dealer, or we could... Alright, let's see. True Scatter, Tangle and Bleed. What's this doing? 5 green gems to Fairy Fire gems. Boosted by green gems. Red to purple, yellow to skull. We don't need purple. Scatter damage, create green. We got, it's green, purple, brown. I mean, it uses purple. And it would throw green up on the board. Might be alright.
What a wondrous place we've discovered.
Maybe Virago? I wish it had a good trait. I don't really want to take all the time it takes to get it up and then cast it. And then wait for enchant, you know? I think that's not a good idea. Grimfeather. Purple gems, which we don't need. King Everlorn. Elf. Doesn't really help. Dark Forest Troll. Green and brown. It's yellow and purple. It's pretty cool. Except for then our Gladius would almost be blocked on everything but green. Green and brown. That'd be good for like the weapon and the troop. Feymark. Green Seer. Could do that. Yellow purple. We'll take in purple. If you just want to do mana generation, might be better than Yasmin. Yasmin would help with damage, so let's say your Gladius doesn't do enough damage, then you would do Yasmin's Chosen. But if your Gladius does enough damage, maybe do Green Seer. That's what I'm thinking. I think I'm going to start with Green Seer, maybe move to Yasmin later. Blue and green. Just looking at all the options. Trying to make the best team I can make. I think that's the best I can do here. We're just going to do everything we can to get up Gladius. The weapon's in first slot. Maybe it doesn't need to be, though. I think it has to be, because we don't want to block Gladius any more than that. It's unfortunate that the... Well, we're not really using it for the summon, though. This goes here. I think that's good. That's what I would do. Alright, banner. We need blue. For sure. But the weapon and the Gladius both use blue. Blue-yellow would be good. Everything else on the team does yellow. And then we got blue, brown, green, purple. Missing red. I guess we'll go mirror banner. Yellow, blue, minus red. 3 yellows, 2 blues, no reds. Class... Guess stick with Archer, the Green Storm. 50% start. Okay, so that's what I would do. If you're going to do Underspire this week. If you don't have Gladius, you could do some other troop. And still do the same, almost the same team, as long as it has green on it. Most of them do, right? Forest of Thorns. See how it goes. Tyrion says, got a Decaying Queen and about 800 event keys, and first mythic it dropped. Not shabby, now I have 2. Hort says, I see it now. I didn't know about the... I was only able to craft 5 times. I did not get Leprechaun. How to get more green summoning stones. Oh, really? Is it random? I thought it was... Oh, that's true. I guess it's not... You don't get to choose which one it is, huh? Well, that sucks. You get more jewels via the vault event, and I forgot that you can't just choose which one you want to do. I've never done summoning stones, honestly. That's another reason not to do them, really. I'm not saying you did anything wrong because you're trying to get Leprechaun, which is like the best thing to be trying for. But yeah, to get more jewels, you do your dungeon every day, and you do the vault event super hard, which we got another one coming this weekend. So we just had one. Probably still opening vault keys from that one, right? If you did it right. And then we got one coming up, so... I don't think the summoning stones changed, so you still have a chance this week to get it. Be one of those crazy cases where you might open your vault keys during the vault event to try to get enough jewels. And whatever day, like the green... Whatever day is the green day, you could buy the dungeon offer. Get more green jewels. Alright, what are we doing? Up pretty quick without enchant or explode potion. That's what I'm shooting for. Let's get our free lantern. And we'll do like one more fight just to show you. The Underspire kind of just showed the best team possible because I know the community. There's no one out there clamoring for a mid team for the Underspire, I don't think. You're either a high-level player that's doing it because you know what you're doing, or you're not doing it. Most likely, you know. I'm sure there's some cases of players doing it that aren't super high-level, but it's just not enough for me to do another team, really. Do something similar to this if you don't have Gladius. Alright, level 12 or level 12. So we'll just stop there. There's the team. Like I said, though, if you have... What's it doing? If you don't have Gladius, you could do King Bloodwood or Decaying Queen or Yasmin. It wouldn't be as good, but does kind of the same thing. You could use Rowan as a low-level player. Use Rowan. Maybe I'll try the Underspire on my new account. Probably not, because I have other things I got to get done first, but could try it. It's the same thing, you know, green-blue. Rowan's green-blue. Gladius is green-blue. The same thing would work there. I'm trying to help people that don't have Gladius. Rowan or probably Yasmin. Rowan's good, though, because you can boost her up with your Medals of Guard. And alright, I think that's everything, unless you guys have anything. The Epic Trials was so easy that the Auto Battler was winning, so... Got a lot of gems on the adventure board, some deeds, so that's good. Sure you do that. But yeah, as far as Horth, as far as getting more jewels, the dungeon, it's a different color jewel every day. Today is blue. So whatever day is green, you could buy this right here and get extra jewels. It sucks that you opened so many and didn't get it, though. It's kind of... It sucks. You're going to be down on green jewels now. But... Like, today is blue. Tomorrow might be green. The next day might be brown. Whatever. I forget the order. Tyrion knows the order. But you do your dungeon every day anyway. Just check this every day. And if it says... If that jewel is green, maybe buy that for the 50 gems. And you'll get more green. Or the daily deal also has some. You can do both of these. Like, if I did both of these, I'd get 300 blue jewels. Plus, you get them from just doing the fights. So let's say you get like 400 blue jewels. How much does it cost? 50. So you could open 8 more times. If I bought the dungeon offer today and did the dungeon, I could probably do it 8 more times. So, plus you got the vault event this weekend, so I think you could still get Leprechaun. Because I could do this and try 8 more times just off of the dungeon, and then you got your vault event where you can get even more jewels. Probably the only troop it's worth doing that on, though. I forgot that you have to, like, it's a random chance. I thought you get to pick. I don't know, I've never done. You will receive one of the following rewards from the Summoning Stone, yeah. But hey, Satyr's good, if you got that. Executioner's okay. Druid's okay early game. At least there's some other ones. Like, I put Satyr on the top 20 commons. 75% start. Steel armor. Shift it to magic. Deal damage. Gain an extra turn. Anyway, I think that's it for today, y'all. Let me catch up in the chat, see if anybody has anything else. Then I'm going to get out of here. I'll see y'all tomorrow for the new account playthrough. We were fresh off a vault event, and then we opened a bunch of vault keys, so we have a bunch of resources. We opened up the underworld. We started doing City of Thieves 3 times a day. So we're at that point now. We're about to open some more kingdoms. I opened up a bunch of classes. We're about to open some more kingdoms. I think we're a little bit over halfway opening all the kingdoms. And we're in the underworld. We're doing City of Thieves 3 times a day. We got the Miraji Queen. We're trying to fully ascend the Miraji Queen, and then we're going to move to Queen Beatrix, King Gobtruffle. So I would say tomorrow we're going to open more kingdoms and maybe open another faction so we can start going for Queen Beatrix, maybe? So something like that on the new account playthrough tomorrow. Alright, let's see. Tyrion says blood is blue unless oxygenized, then it's red. Red plus blue is purple? He's just BSing. I have no idea why it's purple instead of red. Chad says, what's the dev's obsession with big boobs? Tyrion says you need more emeralds most likely. Only 1 day a week you can buy, earn in dungeons. Any green pets in your guild can drop them and rescue. Check Green Kingdoms. Trials can get you a few as well. Yeah, follow my advice and then whatever Tyrion's saying there too could help. Green emerald gems are not common, but some arena daily offers and other places may offer them for gems, usually an assortment. Yoke says the January calendar is wrong. It is basically the same as November. Oh, I'm glad I didn't read it then. Tyrion says with the vault weekend this Friday, jewel gnomes can also drop them. You had typed the vault part but didn't press post. Arena offers, daily offers, craft jewel shards, green kingdom trials will reward a few, green dungeon day will have a gem offer, green pet rescues, all ways to get green emeralds. There may be a few others, but getting specific gems when you need them is not a very easy early game. It's on the troop search screen. It's the same order when you look at troops. Everything in the game is based on same order. Yeah, I need to get used to like the color order. Same order as when you look at troops. So I need to... It's one thing I need to learn that I haven't learned. Okay, so blue, then green. So tomorrow's green. So, Horth, tomorrow is the dungeon day where you're going to buy extra jewels and then try to get that leprechaun again. So you can literally do it tomorrow. Just make sure you do your dungeon tomorrow and then buy the offers in the dungeon. That's one thing you could use your gems on, because you're trying to get a really good troop that you're going to use for the rest of your account's life forever, forever, forever. You saw today I was using Leprechaun on the high level team. So this is the order if you didn't know that. It's another thing in the game. Like, there's so many things to learn in this game that even I learn new stuff every once in a while. Like, you think I would know everything, but Monday's blue, Tuesday's green, Wednesday's red, Thursday's yellow, Friday's purple, and Saturday is brown. Sunday is diamond. Did you guys know that that's the order it goes in? Same order as it appears right here. I think it's the same. Isn't it the same in like your collection too, maybe? I think you told me that. It's not like something I know. Where would it be? Yeah, right. Look, blue, green, red, yellow, purple, brown. Same order too. I think Tyrion showed me that too. Same thing as like, what is it? Like with the troops? Some with the troops and like something during the fights too, right? Like they check for blue and then green and then red then yellow or something like that. I don't know. Like if your troop has, if you're using Chrysantherax, blue goes in first, then green, then red, then yellow, then purple, then brown, right? You were saying that too? So everybody might have learned something today. Some days I'm just saying all this beginner crap that everybody already knows. But that's something we've only talked about like one other time in the whole history of the channel. Green Day is tomorrow. When I come around, do you have the time? Order of crafting stones is also in the same order. Later, Efley. Yeah, good to see ya. We saw Dr. Mops the other day. Too bad R.I.P. Wolfie. But we got to see Dr. Mops. Now we're seeing Efley. We had a new person come out of the woodworks during the chatathon. Even, like, Swagmire, like, early this month. Like, that was cool. Bunch of OGs coming back, and we got new people coming in. It's what you need. You learned it from Tacit. If you take multiple colors in one move, there's also the same order you receive. So if you grab green, yellow, all green will go to the first troop. So if your second troop isn't yellow, you get mana because the first troop took its green. Yeah, I didn't know that either, that much. I mean, it's really, you know, it's a really deep min-max mechanic, but it could be helpful if you're, like, in a really tough Guild Wars fight, maybe. To, like, ooh, should I take this color or this color? You know what I mean? Like, let's say, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, it could be useful in, like, a really tough Guild Wars fight, maybe. Like, which color to take and, like, what order and all that. Like, if I take this color and then it cascades into this color and then it cascades into that color, or I can take it this way where it does this, like, I don't know. Anyway, that's it for today. I'll see y'all tomorrow for the new account playthrough, opening more kingdoms, getting more legendaries in the underworld, pretty much, and just daily gameplay on a new account. So I hope to see you there. Like, share, subscribe, consider joining. It helps a lot. Tell your good about the channel, comment below, and I'll see y'all next time, which is tomorrow, like I just said. Same time, same place, 10:30 or so. Thanks for joining me today. Juan, we got Tyrion, we got Efley, Yoke the Ham. Also, thank you so much for the chatathon. That was amazing. It went perfect. That's exactly what I was looking for. You know, give you A for sure. Somewhere in the A's. That was good. Tyrion, Horth, Efley, Yoke the Ham. Got Horth. We got Jets. We got Sauna, Lady Alfhild. Horth, Efley, Lauren Unlogged. We got Lauren, we got Sean, we got Efley, we got... Once I know that it's you, I'll just say your real name, you know? Instead of saying... Starla was here. Funky Town was here. My chat's being slow. Sorry. Did I miss anybody? Funky Town, Sauna, Chad, the Clip Baum, dropping a deuce. Dropping a deuce in the bowl. Sean. Anyway. Sauna was first. Sauna was first. Starla was second. Funky Town was third. YouTube loves Chad the Clip Bomb with 200. Then they like Tyrion, second place. Third place is a tie between Efley and Sauna. My special shout out goes to Chad and Sauna for the train business, getting out there with the spark plugs, with the oil, with the coolant. We rode it hard, we put it up wet. We gotta do some maintenance. We gotta do a little checkup on it now. So appreciate it. No goose egg today, which is always a good day. So see y'all tomorrow. Have a good one. You're the best. I better shut up and get out of here. Peace. What am I doing? Wrong button. For old time's sake. Sausage. Let's